everybody to live like the average American. If you want to live like an average American, do you know how much resources we would need if every human being on this planet was to live like the average American? We would need 3 planets. We would need 3 Earths in order to be able to do that. But oh dear, we've only got 1 planet. We've only got 1 Earth, not 3. How are we all going to live the American dream? There is not enough resources on this planet in order for us to be able to do that. That's the first problem. The second problem is more deep. And this is something I would like everybody here in the audience, everybody out there who may be watching this at home, on the TV, I would like you to think about this. Is it really true, my friends? Is it really true, my brothers and sisters, that wealth equals happiness? Is it really true? Of course. I am not suggesting and I am not advocating that human beings live in poverty. But does wealth really equal happiness? Okay, there's one simple way to test and to see whether this idea or this equation is really true. Let's look at the richest people and ask ourselves, if wealth equals happiness, then the people with the most wealth should be the happiest people. Yes. Let's look at the richest people and ask ourselves, if wealth equals happiness, then the people with the most wealth should be the happiest people. Yes. Let's look at some of the superstars, the idols, the ones they set as an example. You know, these are the ones you want to be like. Do any of you remember or have heard of someone called Marilyn Monroe? Yeah, you all heard of her? Okay, you haven't forgotten about her. She's a famous movie star, model. They called her a goddess in the 1960s. So, what was she lacking? Wasn't she, at least according to so many people, wasn't she beautiful? Yeah? And wasn't she famous? Yes? And wasn't she rich? How did she die? She killed herself. If beauty and fame and wealth is going to make you happy, how come she killed herself? How about Elvis Presley? You heard of him? The king of rock and roll. Huh? Wasn't he good looking? Maybe not as good looking as me, but you know, he was good looking. And wasn't he famous? Huh? And wasn't he rich? So what was he missing? How did he die? You know how he died? He died because he was taking so many drugs. He was taking drugs to get him up in the morning. Drugs to cheer him up when he was feeling bad. Drugs to make him go to sleep when he's feeling too excited. He was addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. He died at the early age of, 42 or 40 or something like that. You can look at some of the richest families in the world. The Getty family, hugely rich. The Rockefeller family, hugely rich. And you will find again and again and again stories of unhappiness, stories of confusion, stories of misery, stories of desperation. So if wealth equals happiness, like they keep telling us, how come so many people who have got so much money are not happy? In fact, they are miserable. You know what they are doing? They are selling us a lie. Just like those advertisements. Most of them are lies. They're based on lies. Falsehood. Trying to make you believe something that is not true. But in the meantime, we are all caught up in this. Because it looks exciting. It looks fun. It looks like we want to do that. That's the lifestyle. The girls, the drink, the music. Oh, isn't it so much fun? I want to be there. I want to be doing that. That's how we think. And we've all become like that. Muslim, Christian, Jew, Sikh. It doesn't matter anymore. Really, because these are just cultures now. And I'm going to be talking about that in another lecture. Culture confusion. Because religion has become, for most of us, like a culture. Like a type of food that we like to eat. A type of dress that we like to wear. It's not really something deep in our hearts. It's not something anymore that transforms us as human beings and gives us direction and gives us values. No. Religion has become empty rituals, meaningless rituals. We say words we don't understand. We make movements that we don't know what they are about. We just go through the motions. But what we're really interested in is money. Give me the money. Because as we think, it is money, wealth that equals happiness. But the reality is, my brothers and sisters, as you know, I watched the TV for a little bit yesterday. I don't normally watch the TV at home, but I did watch it a bit. I turned on the TV, I'm watching the news. On the news, there was a program. What is happening to the youth of India? And the first thing was about how many of the youth, in spite of the fact they have mobile phones, they have mopeds, they have cars, they have material prosperity like their parents never dreamed of. Yet, many of them are depressed and they are committing suicide. Then I opened the paper today. What did I see? Page 2 or page 3, a 12 or 14-year-old girl hangs herself. She hangs herself because she's depressed. Not because she doesn't have food to eat, not because she lives next to a sewer, and I've seen that, of course, you've all seen that. No, why? Because it seems her mother wouldn't let her watch TV. My God, what is happening to human beings? This is an empty life, a meaningless life, a life without any direction. And this is the curse of the consumer society. It is a curse. And this philosophy is cursed. And this ideology is cursed. And it brings nothing except ultimately distress and destruction upon all of us, individually, as families, as societies. When we embrace this consumer culture, yes, outwardly we may seem everything is nice. We are fat, we are round, we are dancing to the music, but inside, what is happening inside? Inside, the people are miserable, they are empty. Because however much we eat, we never really get satisfied. However much we dance to forget, however many movies we go to watch, to go into the world of fantasy, we still have to come to the real world. We still have to face the reality. It doesn't go away. It's still there. And so what do we see happening? You see, we are so busy, all of us, teaching our children, study, learn English. It's very good, will help you. Do well in your studies. Get high grades. Don't worry about the Quran. Oh, your prayers. Don't say your prayers. They're going to distract you too much. It will take up too much of your valuable time that you need to study. Don't do those things. Study. Because why? You have to earn a good living. You have to make a good thing for yourself in life. Actually, in Islam, we don't think that's a problem. To have a good life and to study and to learn and to reach something respectable. But if you leave your religion on the side and you treat your religion as something of second importance and second significance, what is the consequence of that? What is